people. Thank you for being patient with me. I actually took a break from life last week. You guys know that I relocated. I'm in California. I begged my best friend to drive down 3 hours and come get me. So she took that long, grueling 6 hour trip just to give me like a break. I work around the clock. It feels like 24/7. I know it's not. I'm kind of over exaggerating, but I just needed to take a break from life. Not really so much from social media, but I just needed to step back from reality. So we're here for part 4 of 4 of the Sidechick. A lot of you are wondering, well, what the hell happened? It just ended so abruptly. So the last thing I was saying was that the husband of the woman that I believe my girlfriend was dealing with actually called me. And here we are on the phone, and I'm telling him about how, you know, there's pictures of my girlfriend at his wife's birthday party after his wife lied and said that, you know, she was never there. And I'm like, no, boo boo, I have the proof. Come on, let's get real. What ended up happening was he actually said that he wanted to meet me. So by this time, I started working because I knew that I needed some type of escape and I needed to get out of the situation. But like I said, at this point in time, this was purely based on revenge. Did I give a fuck that my girlfriend was dealing with somebody? No, no. I'm going to say it again because I said it before. I had something better on the side. This was basically about everything that happened. Like, you ran my cell phone bill up, you didn't pay it, it got shut off, and then you slapped me. Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to get back at you. So um, I asked him, where would you like to meet? And he was like, you can actually come to my job. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, that's fine. Where's your job at? It just so happened that he worked on this long stretch of road called Decal Pike. I worked on Decal Pike. So it actually took me no time to get to him. I didn't go see him that day. We actually set this up for later on. So I think more so if I showed up for him, it would see that I was serious about everything that I was saying. And I was. I was absolutely serious. So not only did I email him these pictures, but I actually sat down with this man face to face and, told him about what was going on and, from my point of view. And he told me about everything that was going on from his point of view. Now, whatever happened between him and his wife, I have no knowledge of. I know it sucks. I don't know if, he stayed with her, if he left her, whatever it is, that was that. I met up with him, we talked, and I had my own shit to figure out. So, like I said, I was working and I knew that I needed to have some type of backup to get the fuck out of there. And so, who did I call? I called Nia, of course, because Nia was always the one that was quick to come. No matter what it was, she was always there, front and center and ready. So I let her know, like, I need to make a great escape. Um, it's not a good environment for me to be in. I created this environment for myself. I know. It was very hostile. It was very unforgiving. It wasn't healthy for me or her. So what I actually started to do was I started walking around the apartment and I started getting all of my stuff in order. My clothes, my papers, whatever, perfume, makeup, whatever. I just started making sure I knew where everything was. And then I did the ultimate vanishing act. 100% pure trifling. It was really, really fucked up of me. But since I'm out here being candid so far, I'm going to continue and, spill it all. That morning I got up. Um, Linda's at work and I had boxes. I was stashing boxes. So I'm packing all my stuff up and, I called Nia like, so are you coming now? And she was like, I'm already on my way. And I was like, yes. This is what I'm talking about. So not only did I make her breakfast, but we also had sex. Um, I left the pillow behind the headboard because we all know what that means. We all know what that means. And then the plate that she ate off of, I left it on the bed. And one of my friends had actually took a picture of me and Nia together. And I left the picture on the bed next to the plate, at the foot of the bed with the pillow behind the headboard at the head of the bed, the top of the bed. So you knew that when you came in, I wasn't there. You also got the proof of what it was. You can pretty much figure out how long it was going on, and then you're going to feel like a fool. Do I condone this now? No, absolutely not. I wouldn't do that to anybody for the life of me. But like I said, she slapped me, and I just feel like, oh, Neil was on and popping. Now I'm gonna make you regret that you were ever in a relationship with me. Not to mention, while we were together, we actually went to go get tattoos, and I picked out her tattoo. She has this huge panther on her arm. It takes up her whole forearm. So every time she looks at her forearm, she thinks of me. It is what it is. Que lastimas, right? What happened between me and Nia? Me and Nia actually went pretty strong for a good while. When I moved out of Linda's apartment, Nia actually helped me move in with my mom. Now, a lot of people were just like, "Oh, is Linda slow with all the things that you were doing? Like she never caught on." My mom personally thought that she was slow. My mom knew she was older than me. She knew she was, out here in the real world. She knew she would take care of her business, but she also thought that the girl had mental issues. Like, why are you with this one? It was different when she met Nia. When she met Nia, she automatically clicked with her. They had like inside jokes together. She would come over all the time. Now, Nia wasn't allowed to spend the night at my mom's house, but she did, like clockwork, all the time. My mom actually caught her one time, and I was just like, oh shit, she about to kill both of us. But she liked her overall. She liked her a lot, and I was very surprised because Nia was the first woman that my mom actually openly said, like, okay, this one could come around. I'm fine with this one. So that was pretty interesting. Nia ended up moving in with her best friend, and it was him and his wife, and everything was good. But just remember, how you get them is how you lose them. There is no mistaking that whatsoever. How you get them is how you lose them. Me and Nia were never, ever, ever in a relationship. But I was dealing with her, and she was the only person I was dealing with, and I was rocking with her for a long time. It even got to the point where one day I was at work, and I was really upset with her, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with you. I don't want to deal with you no more. And she called out of work. She came all the way up to my job. I think she was bearing gifts too, if I remember. And she was just like, however I'm making you feel right now, I'm sorry. And if I could, I would take it all away from you. But I also don't want to lose you. So I'm here to come to you, correct, and apologize to you face to face. And I thought that was the sweetest thing ever. But the shit just didn't last. She actually ended up meeting this girl. And when she met the girl, me and her kind of were at like odds, I want to say. She started dealing with the girl, and I don't know, like we just had the biggest falling out ever. It was over. We were done. We were completely done. And then it just so happened that the girl actually lived, I want to say, probably about 4 blocks away from my mom's house. And I just thought that was very interesting. While she was dealing with this girl, I was sleeping with her for a period. I was sleeping with her for a period of time. But I knew that this was something that I did not want to continue. So I did go to her and I let her know, like, this ends here. You're dealing with this girl. Just go ahead and continue dealing with her. Go ahead and continue being with her. Um, I'm not sure how long it was that we didn't talk anymore. But when we did link back up, she told me that that girl that she was dealing with after me, it was a really messy situation. She ended up getting into a relationship with a girl and she never wanted to be with her and all this other stuff. And I just thought that was really interesting. But um, yeah, we actually were friends for a really long time. And I said this on live, but if you go back in my pictures far enough, she's there. She's in my pictures. You'll never know who I'm talking about because you don't know what to look for. And I've taken pictures with a lot of people, but we actually just stopped being friends a couple years ago. Um, there's certain things about her that I just don't agree with, and I'm just like, you know what? Mm-mm. No, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. So that was very interesting. But as a woman, I have learned and I have grown from that whole situation. And it's very strange how people come back around because both oh, I just said her real name. Both Linda and Nia actually kinda sort of made their way back into my life. So as far as Linda goes, one of my exes had a best friend who was a femme. And I didn't mind. I met her, she seemed cool. But then I found out that her girlfriend was Linda. And because her girlfriend was Linda, whenever they would have gatherings or parties, I was never invited. I probably should have never been with my girlfriend because she would go to these gatherings and parties without me, but that's over and done with. So who fucking cares? And then, like I said, Nia actually came back into my life for quite a few years. We rocked heavy. Like there was actually a group of us, and the group knew what happened between us. When she came back into my life, Jamie came into my life. That was very interesting because Jamie ended up having a crush on me, and she wanted us to be something that I didn't want us to be. She said that she never realized, how pretty I was and stuff like that. And so I thought that was a bit weird too, but April actually met Nia and she met Jamie. She knew the whole full backstory about everything that happened, and she was just like, well, it's a part of your past, and it is part of my past. All these people are a part of my past. So, like I said, as a woman, I've learned to know what I want in my life and what I would accept and what I'm not going to accept, and control the outcome of these different situations. Cheating is never the route to go. Yes, I was in an open marriage, but that was a consensual agreement that both of us had. That's nowhere near cheating, and so that's a bit different. But as far as, actually going behind your partner's back or your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whomever, and just doing whatever you want, it's not worth it, for real, for real. There are people out there that's willing to accept you. If you want to deal with multiple people, find that person that's willing to accept it. If you want to be monogamous, tell whoever you're with that you want to be monogamous. And, if they agree with it, then rock out together. If they don't, then leave them. So it's very interesting how the world works. Very. I'm happy that I went through these things because they're amazing stories to tell. I can look back and figure out where I went wrong and what I would like to change. But 30 is the new 20, and I'm doing it all over again, but I'm doing it right this time. Before I wrap this up, I am going to say that I'm going to hold a live video and we are going to discuss all 4 parts. A lot of people were just like, wow, I can't believe you were doing this and you were getting away with it. When I would go live on Instagram, they would have a million questions, and it's very interesting. And like I said, I'm very candid. So I look forward to discussing these things with you and answering your questions. And hopefully, this opens your eyes to so much. So much. So many things going on in the world. The world is way bigger than what we think. Physically, emotionally, sexually, just you're this tiny in a place this big. So learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I did. Eat your vegetables. And good night.